अस्सलाम वालेकुम। Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Now we will go through Surah As-Saaffat, which is Surah number 37 of the Quran. It is translated as those ranged in ranks. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, by those who range themselves in ranks and so are strong in repelling evil and thus proclaim the message of Allah. Surely, surely your God is one, Lord of the heavens and of the earth and all between them, and Lord of every point at the rising of the sun. We have indeed decked the lower heavens with beauty in the stars, for beauty and for God against all obstinate rebellious Satans. So they should not strain their ears in the direction of the exalted assembly, but be cast away from every side. Repulsed, for they are under a perpetual torment, except such as snatch away something by stealth, and they are pursued by a flaming fire of piercing brightness. Just ask their opinion. Are they the more difficult to create, or the other beings we have created? Them have we created out of a sticky clay. Truly you marvel while they ridicule. And when they are admonished, pay no heed. And when they see a sign, turn into mockery and say, this is nothing but evident sorcery. What? When we die and become dust and bones, shall we then be raised up again? आप लोगों ने नोटिस किया होगा कि अब सूरतों में कितना बार बार इस बात को उठाया जा रहा है कि मरने के बाद जिंदा होना इंसान के लिए कितना मुश्किल काम है एक्सेप्ट करना। बट अगर हम इस पर थोड़ा सोचें, यही एक तरह से पूरे रिलीजन की बेसिस है। अगर आपको यही खौफ खत्म हो जाए कि आप मरने के बाद उठाए जाएंगे, आप कोई भी काम क्यों करेंगे? And also our fathers of old say you, yes, and you shall then be humiliated on the account of your evil. Then it will be a single compelling cry, and behold, they will begin to see. They will say, ah, woe to us, this is the day of judgment. A voice will say, this is the day of sorting out, whose truth once you denied. Bring you up, it shall be said, the wrongdoers and their wives, and the things they worshipped, besides Allah, and lead them to the way of the fierce fire. May Allah protect us from the fire of hell. But stop them, for they must be asked, what is the matter with you, that you help not each other? No, but that day they shall submit to judgment, and they will turn to one another and question one another. They will say, it was you who used to come to us from the right hand of power and authority. They will reply, no, you yourselves had no faith, nor had we any authority over you. No, it was you who were a people in obstinate rebellion. So now has been proved true against us the word of our Lord, that we shall indeed have to taste the punishment of our sins. We led you astray, for truly we were ourselves astray. Truly that day they will all share the chastisement. मतलब आप जिनको फॉलो कर रहे हैं वो भी एस्ट्रे हैं, आप खुद भी एस्ट्रे हैं, तभी आप उनको फॉलो कर रहे हैं। और जिनको फॉलो कर रहे हैं वो एस्ट्रे हैं, तो वो जाहिर बात है आपको भी गलत कामों की तरफ ही लेके जाएंगे। Truly that day they will all share the chastisement. Surely that is how we shall deal with sinners. For they, when they were told that there is no God except Allah, would puff themselves up with pride and say, what? Shall we give up our gods for the sake of a poet possessed? हम अपने खुदाओं को छोड़ दें एक ऐसे शायर पे जो उस पे possess हुआ है? No, he has come with the very truth, and he confirms the message of the messengers before him. You shall indeed taste of the grievous chastisement, but it will be no more than the retribution of evil that you have wrought. But the sincere and devoted servants of Allah, for them is a sustenance determined, fruits delighted, and they shall enjoy honor and dignity. in gardens of felicity, facing each other on raised couches. Round will be passed to them a cup from a clear flowing fountain, crystal white of a taste delicious to those who drink thereof. May Allah make us from the people of heaven free from headiness, nor will they suffer intoxication therefrom. And besides them will be chaste women, restraining their glances with big eyes of wonder and beauty, as if they were delicate eggs closely guarded. Then they will turn to one another and question one another. One of them will start to talk and say, I had an intimate companion on the earth who used to say, What? Are you amongst those who bear witness to the truth of the message? When we die and become dust and bones, shall we indeed receive rewards and punishment? A voice said, Would you like to look down? He looked down and saw him in the midst of fire. May Allah make us from those who are in heaven. He said, By Allah, you were little short of bringing me to perdition. Had it not been for the grace of my Lord, I should certainly have been among those brought there. It is the case that we shall not die, except our first death, and that we shall not be punished. Surely this is the supreme achievement. For the like of this, let all strive who wish to strive. Is that the better entertainment or the tree of Zakum? May Allah protect us from the fire of hell. For we have truly made it as a trial for the wrongdoers. For it is a tree that springs out of the bottom of hellfire. The shoots of its fruit stalks are like the heads of the devils. Truly they will eat thereof and fill up their bellies therewith. Then on top of that they will be given a mixture made of boiling water. Then shall their return be to the blazing fire. Truly they found their fathers on the wrong path. So they too were rushed down on their footsteps, and truly before them many of the ancients went astray. But we sent aforetime among them messengers to warn them. Then see what was the end of those who were warned but heeded not, except the sincere and devoted servants of Allah. In the days of old, Noah cried to us, and we are the best to hear prayer. And we delivered him and his people from the great calamity and made his progeny to endure on this earth. And we left this blessing for him among generations to come in later times. Peace and salutations to Noah among the nations. Thus indeed we do reward those who do right, for he was one of our believing servants. Then the rest we overwhelmed in the flood. Surely among those who followed his way was Abraham. Behold, he approached his Lord with a sound heart. Behold, he said to his father and to his people, What is that which you worship? It is a falsehood, gods other than Allah that you desire. Then what is your idea about the Lord of the worlds? Then did he cast a glance at the stars, and he said, I am indeed sick at heart. So they turned away from him and departed. Then did he turn to their gods and said, Will you not eat of the offerings before you? और हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम ने जो बुतों को पूछते थे उनके कौम के लोग, उसके सामने बोला, भाई ये खाना जो तुम्हारे सामने रखा हुआ है तुम इसको खाते क्यों नहीं हो? What is the matter with you that you speak not? तुम्हारे साथ क्या मसला है, तुम बोलते क्यों नहीं हो? Then did he turn upon them, striking them with the right hand. Then came the worshippers with hurried steps and faced him. He said, Worship you that which you have yourself carved. तुम उसी को पूछते हो, इसको तुम खुद बना चुके हो. But Allah has created you and your handiwork. They said, Build him a furnace and throw him into the blazing fire. This failing, then they sought a stratagem against him. But we made them the ones most humiliated. He said, I will go to my Lord, he will surely guide me. O my Lord, grant me a son righteous. And we gave him the good news of a boy ready to suffer and forbear. Then when the son reached the age of serious work with him, he said, Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam ne kaha, "Oh my son, I see in vision that I offer you in sacrifice. Now see, what is your view?" The son said, "O my father, do as you are commanded. You will find me, if Allah so wills, one of the steadfast." अब देखें हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम, इसमें मल्टीपल बातें आती हैं। इस पर हम सोचें अपनी औलाद से कितना क्लोज थे कि उसको अपना ख्वाब बताया, ख्वाब को अपने वालिद पे कितना ट्रस्ट था कि आप तो राइटली गाइडेड में से हैं, तो फिर जो हुक्म है उसको कर गुजरे। So when they had both submitted their wills to Allah, he had laid him prostrate on his forehead for sacrifice. And we called out to him, "O Abraham, you have already fulfilled the vision. Thus indeed we do reward those who do right." अब देखिए हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम ने दुआएं मांग के, दुआ करके कहीं एक औलाद चाहिए मांगी। जब उनको औलाद मिल गई और औलाद थोड़ी बड़ी हुई तो सेक्रीफाइस का हुक्म आया। हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम ने जैसे ही औलाद को लिटाया ज़िबा करने के लिए, तो अल्लाह ताला की तरफ से सदा आई कि आपने विजन फुलफिल कर दिया है। दस इंडीड डू वी रिवॉर्ड दोज हु डू राइट, और इसी तरह हम रिवॉर्ड करते हैं जो सही करते हैं। एक बात मैं यहाँ एम्फसाइज करना चाहूँगा कि ये नबियों और रसूलों का मामला है और उनकी डेडिकेशन की मिसाल है। अब ऐसे ख्वाब नहीं आते। अब अगर आपको कोई ऐसे ख्वाब आ रहा है तो आई थिंक आप किसी आलिम से बात करें, या मेरा ख्याल है किसी डॉक्टर से भी रुजू करें। And I say it with full humility and goodness in my heart. For this was obviously a trial, and we ransomed him with a momentous sacrifice, and we left this blessing for him among generations to come in later times. Peace and salutations to Abraham. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right, for he was one of our believing servants. And we gave him the good news of Isaac, a prophet, one of the righteous. We blessed him and Isaac, but of their progeny are some that do right and some that obviously do wrong to their own souls. Again of old we bestowed our favor on Moses and Aaron, and we delivered them and their people from their great distress, and we helped them so they were victorious. And we gave them the book which helps to make things clear, and we guided them to the straight way. And we left this blessing for them among generations to come in later times. Peace and salutation to Moses and Aaron, the Musa alayhi salam and Hazrat Harun alayhi salam. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right, for they were two of our believing servants. Also was Elias, Hazrat Ilyas alayhi salam, among those sent by us. Behold, he said to his people, "Will you not fear Allah? Will you call upon Baal and forsake the best of creators? Allah your Lord and cherisher, and the Lord and cherisher of your fathers of old," but they rejected him. And they will certainly be called up for punishment, except the sincere and devoted servants of Allah among them. And we left this blessing for him among generations to come in later times. Peace and salutation to such as Elias. Thus indeed do we reward those who do right, for he was one of our believing servants. So also was Lut, among those sent by us. आप नोटिस करें कि बार बार मुख्तलिफ रसूलों और नबियों का जिक्र आ रहा है, उन पे peace and salutations है. So also was Lut among those sent by us. Behold, we delivered him and his adherents all, except an old woman who was among those who lagged behind. Then we destroyed the rest. Surely you pass by their sides by day and by night. Will you not understand? So also was Jonah among those sent by us. When he ran away like a slave from captivity to the ship fully laden, he agreed to cast lots and he was doomed. Then the big ship did swallow him, and he had done acts worthy of blame. Had it not been that he repented and glorified Allah, he would certainly have remained inside the fish till the day of resurrection. But we cast him forth on the naked shore in a state of sickness, and we caused to grow over him a spreading plant of the ground kind. And we sent him on a mission to 100,000 men or more, and they believed So we, and they believed. So we permitted them to enjoy their life for a while. Now ask them their opinion. Is it that your Lord has only daughters and they have sons? Or that we created the angels female and they are witness thereto? Is it not that they say from their own invention, Allah has begotten children, but they are liars? Did he then choose daughters rather than sons? What is the matter with you? How judge you? Will you not then receive admonition? Or have you an authority manifest? Then bring your book of authority if you be truthful. And they have invented a kinship between him and the jinns. But the jinns know quite well that they have indeed to appear before his judgment seat. Glory to Allah, he is free from the things they ascribe to him. Not so do the servants of Allah, sincere and devoted. For surely neither you nor those you worship can lead any into temptation concerning Allah, except such as are themselves going to the blazing fire. Those ranged in ranks say, not one of us but has a place appointed, and we are surely ranged in ranks for service. And we are surely those who declare Allah's glory. And there are those who said, if only we had had before us a message from those of old, we should certainly have been servants of Allah, sincere and devoted. But now that the Quran has come, they reject it. But soon will they know. Already has our word been passed before this to our servants sent by us, that they would certainly be assisted, and that our forces they surely must conquer. So turn away from them for a little while and watch them how they fare, and they soon shall see how you fare. Do they wish indeed to hurry on our punishment? But when it descends into the open space before them, evil will be the morning for those who were warned and heeded not. ये तो बोलते हैं ना पनिशमेंट ले आओ, तो जिस दिन पनिशमेंट आएगी तो वो बहुत मुश्किल दिन होगा उन लोगों के लिए जो वॉर्न हो किए गए थे और वो अकल नहीं करी उन्होंने. So turn away from them for a little while and watch how they fare, and they soon shall see how you fare. Glory to your Lord, the Lord of honor and power. He is free from what they ascribe to him, and peace on the messengers, and praise to Allah, the Lord and cherisher of the worlds. यहाँ पे हमारी सूरह अस-सफ़्फ़ात ख़त्म हो गई है. इस सूरत में आप नोटिस किया होगा कि मुख्तलिफ नबियों का जिक्र आया. उन सब का हुआ कि हाउ दे प्रेज्ड अल्लाह, उन्होंने किस तरह अल्लाह ताला का मैसेज आगे फैलाया, उनको किस तरह डिनाई किया गया, और फिर उन सब पे सैल्यूटेशंस अल्लाह ताला ने भेजी, पीस बी अपॉन देम ऑल. उसके बाद फिर हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम का जिक्र भी आया इसमें कि हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम ने दुआएं करके औलाद मांगी, जब औलाद बड़ी हुई तो उसी से रेलेवेंट आजमाइश आ गई, लेकिन हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम ने वो भी क्लियर कर ली विद फ्लाइंग कलर्स. उसके बाद फिर डराया गया क़यामत के दिन से, और क़यामत के दिन और अल्लाह ताला की जो सख्त अज़ाब है उससे तो थ्रू आउट द सूरत बार बार डराया जा रहा है. लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो है उम्मीद भी तलाई गई है. फिर एक बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त वाक़या है कि एक बंदा, जब लोग जन्नत में होंगे पूछेंगे यार मेरे साथ एक बंदा था वो दुनिया में वो नज़र नहीं आ रहा, तो कहा जाएगा देखो वो जहन्नुम में. जहन्नुम में जब उसको देखा जाएगा तो जन्नती बंदा बोलेगा भाई तुम तो मुझे मार फंसाने वाले थे, मैं भी जहन्नुम में होता, शुक्र है अल्लाह ने मुझ पर रहम कर दिया और मैं जन्नत में हूँ. May Allah make us from those who are covered in His mercy on the day of judgment and are from the first of people who are made to enter heaven. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.